Tonight's discussion is we consider one of the greatest success stories in history. Uh, Brother Tufail and I was going to call it something like episodes of Imam Musa, uh, adventures of Imam Musa. You know, like probably you wouldn't remember the old serial that they used to have on TV. A serial was a short, like a 15-minute or 20-minute, sometime even half an hour, like a half an hour program, and they had their various stars. So that's what the trials of Imam Musa, challenges of Imam Musa, Imam Musa and the great Satan. The billing Imam Musa and the challenges the CIA or defeats the CIA. It was all going to be based on Imam Musa and his challenges. It wasn't from a thing of arrogance, but it was, you could see that we always try to keep some humor in what we're doing. One of the main reasons that we do that is because of the main thing that the system does is it tries to frustrate you. It tries to make you angry. It tries to divert you. It tries to mislead you. It does all of those things. And when it can't succeed at any of them at all, then it comes a time to where he deserves a butt kicking, a spanking, like pulling him by the ear. So they'll visualize you taking the U.S. government by the ear and whipping him with a switch. I guess they don't have a switch like a willow tree switch, and just skinning their legs, and the government hollering at you, holding their ear, holding their collar while you whoop them. That is exactly what we're doing. And we're doing it with expertise. We're doing it not only through the ability to forecast and to predict his behavior. I'll give you a quick example, not to divert, but you asked me about what was going on. Yeah, okay. Well, it was just another in the long lines of diversions and arranged. First of all, the guy's brother said that he was mentally challenged and what have you, and all kind of stuff like that. Okay. So the government haven't had an incident in a little while to harass Muslims. But if you take the things that happened in France, Charlie Hebdo and all of that stuff, and the time where the killers or the guys, they leave their ID card in on the front seat of the getaway car or something like that. The other one throws a telephone in the garbage can that got everybody's number on it. Stuff like that. Okay, and one thing about it is, before you would go on an operation anywhere with anybody, with the dumbest criminals in the world, if you're going to rob a bank, the first thing you do, you don't go with your clothes that you wear. You put on some overalls. Especially you got a tailor-made suit with made for Johnny Johnson by Hero, clothes maker or tailor or something, right? It's ridiculous. That's what they say the Muslims do. Oh, they threw the stuff in the garbage can. Everybody's right there. They just sprayed everybody. And we're so dumb that we just dropped our address, you know what I mean, and phone number and a government driver's license right there on the front. There's something right there. Okay, we haven't heard any of that for a while. And so that's what this thing, to me, it fits into a long pattern. I don't know if you wouldn't remember this, but you might have seen it before. This is,
I've seen that flyer.
okay, this is a flyer from several years ago. And we have Major Nidal Hassan, victimized, human target of modern science fiction style psychological warfare. Now, if you remember, this brother was a psychiatrist. All the troops that came back from Iraq, it was his job to psychologically debrief them. Now, I want you to just imagine what the government told him to say to him. He's a reasonably good Muslim, and so he's sitting there all day, and they say, yeah, I stuck the barrel of this gun in a woman's vagina and blew her head off, Iraqi lady, and I did this and I did that. Pretty soon, they setting him up to get how long could he take that? And it's not just the regular, remember, mixed in with the regular patients is trained soldiers that's been briefed and rebriefed about how to wear him down, how to break him down, right? And he don't know this. All he know is I'm a psychiatrist, I'm a major, and it's my job to help these guys readjust, right? They're coming back from a battle zone, and they just wearing him out, and they over and over and over again. So all of a sudden, he's down there at Fort Hood, one of them, and he takes a rifle and just starts spraying the place. Now everybody see that will think, oh, this was a terrorist. He was hooked in with Osama bin Laden or something. Now, okay, do you notice at whatever they call it, Allahabad or Abbottabad or something, where they supposed to got Osama bin Laden? Right, yeah. Do you notice there was no direct picture of him? They got a picture of him from the back watching TV or something, but they don't have no picture. And then when they was bringing out some new pictures of him, one time he got a big nose, and the next time I said, the people, they running out of stuff. So during that time, we have these, the poor guy, there's a whole series of them, but at the Masjid up there in Pittsburgh, a guy got a case, and then he went in, Pakistani guy. They told him, okay, you get out, and then you go do this for us, and we'll hook you up. And he went to the Masjid, and it was a little crew of Negroes. They need some money. That's all. So he's teasing them with money. I got plenty of money. I want to get somebody to help do this and help do that. And the Negroes didn't do nothing, but they said, here's a guy trying to give away money. We'll take it. So whatever he says, sure, that's a great idea. They don't do nothing. When the judge asked the guy, one of them, he was on medication. The guy was taking either Prolixin or Thorazine. He was heavily medicated. And the judge asked him, son, do you know what's going on in this proceeding? His mouth was wide open, little slob. I think so. The guy wasn't even conscious. I mean, he was there physically, but he wasn't. Hey, they had one group of guys down in Miami. Since then, the FBI then came and said that was a mistake what they did. But they had a group of 9 or 10 of them take bayah, allegiance to Osama bin Laden. Okay, so they wouldn't know they wasn't even technical Muslims. They were some kind of, semi-Muslim with Muslimish type names. But they wasn't no people really on the Sunnah and all of that. They wasn't into that. And so he told them, we want you to give bayah to Osama bin Laden. Might as well have been speaking French. They don't know nothing about no bayah and allegiance and what it means.
Right, yeah.
And the government knew that they didn't know, but they was trying to get heavy cases on Muslims at that time. That was several years ago. And they got it, but then the FBI came back a few months ago and said that it was the wrong thing to do. The guys wasn't doing nothing. And see, the government don't have the right to encourage people to do anything. That's like entrapment. Now, the laws on entrapment are seemingly they're changing. But when Black's Law Dictionary said, this was years ago, I'm just thinking back 50 years ago, because part of my case was on entrapment, that it says the human will is weak, so it's against the law for the government to encourage somebody to do something that they wasn't predisposed to do. It's against the law. Okay. So on all the cases they broke the law. Okay. And then the people that are really breaking the law are the group like, what is it, the Muslim Legal Fund? Yeah, and if you take that woman that ride in the limousines all the time, the lady always, and then was it the woman's, see, you could tell when the government is behind something. That thing, the first Women's March it was almost big as a 1 million man march, almost. It was like, and that was 2 million people. It was just tons of people. You might not have been here for that, was you?
Yeah, I missed that.
But you heard about it, right? Yeah, no, it was, hey, I know my crew got front seats in it. That's why I know what it was. They was down there and they had front seats to everything. But I mean, it's okay. But the government has the power, the ability to arrange literally anything it wants. Now, here we are, we consider ourselves authentic. Now, we have to deal with the whole United States government and all of its institutions. That's what we deal with. That's saying a lot now, I mean, that's saying a lot. And then you have to grade how have we done over the last 40 years? How many setups have we avoided? You know what I mean? How many, one of the things about old Mukhtar and them and Khadijah and them, see, Khadijah is a girl that she would get mad at all the tenders and the cutie pies, but she would. No, she beat up. All you had to do is have the yellower you are and the prettier you are. Hey, he beat up Abdul Malik's, the one we call Halle Berry. She beat her up. Okay. another one of the little yellow girls was going to San Francisco State. One of the brothers' wife, shoot, he beat her up. She beat them up. And she beat up everybody. You don't have to worry about no, well, we don't say ugly girl, but you don't have to, she would be safe from Khadijah. So Khadijah had it bad jumping on all the pretty girls. And in her heart, she liked Abdul Malik. You know what I mean? You know, like they have a crush on her. So he knew that he could manipulate her any way she wanted. Now her husband is poor Mukhtar. He's sitting there like a bump on a log, and he won't take no hints from nobody. It's not that Khadijah just got pregnant at 13 or nothing like that.